And I am so grateful that Chad has offered to do this installation ceremony as a wonderful way for us to pass the torch, so to speak. So, Chad.
I've had a lot of practice at this every 35 years. Come on up. So, invite you all to open your heart right now. And let's say thank you, Father and Mother God, for the opportunity we have to add the gift of our presence, our grace, our love, our caring, and our sharing to this exercise in love. It's a divine essence that's called us together. And that divine essence issued a call to Pat, Reverend Pat, and Pat has said yes. We're here today to consecrate that call with what we call an installation ceremony. Some call it a dedication ceremony. Call it what you will. It's an opportunity for us to each open our heart in our own way and carve out a little space for a brand new expression of ministry to occur in the hallowed grounds of this glorious spiritual place. Right now, I'd like to invite each of you to acknowledge you got a stone. And please don't add anything to the rumor that we're practicing on getting stoned here. We have enough of that to play with as it is. But does everybody have a stone? All right, if you don't have a stone, raise your hand. I've got, boy, I'd take my pants off.
You got more than one, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Keep your hand up. We'll get you a stone. Thank you, Charlie. There we go. Thank you, James. The meaning of these stones will become evident as this exercise unfolds. For now, just hold them in your hands and send your love and your caring and your highest wisdom to them. And now, if everybody has one, yeah. Does he have a stone? The little one? I might eat it. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Okay, I invite Reverend Pat now to come and join us here. And our board of directors and our staff, if you would all come forward, take your place right out here in front somewhere. It's our staff,
Did you get us now?
board of directors. There we go. And behold, that's what makes it tick.
Yeah.
Without these folks, we're kind of wandering around here, wondering what's going to happen next. With these folks, it's a highly acclaimed and modulated movement into grace, because each one of them has one thing in mind, and that's to bring the very highest and best love they can to this exercise we call our church. Minister's relationship with her spiritual family is a covenant between the congregation, the board, and the minister. Covenant meaning that all parties make commitments. The minister makes commitments, the congregation makes commitments, and the board makes commitments. It is not unlike a marriage in that there will be harmonious times as well as challenging times. But through it all, the covenant binds us together and empowers us to fulfill our mission, our higher purpose. The covenant empowers each of us to do the things that none of us could do by ourselves. I have a series of questions which I will now ask Reverend Pat, the board, the staff, and the congregation. And if you agree, simply affirm, I will. Okay. Now, Pat, for you, darling. Will you, Reverend Pat, commit to shine your light, to love, to nurture, and inspire this congregation, to call them higher and lead them to greater experiences of the divine within them? Will you do that?
I will.
Thank you. Now, to members of the Board of Directors. You are a sacred chalice for this spiritual community. Your most important job is to do your own spiritual work so that you lay a firm spiritual foundation for the center that empowers it to thrive and evolve to its highest good. Now, will you, each member of our board, will you commit to partnering with Reverend Pat in collaboration to fulfill the mission of Unity Center of Mills River and to participate fully in making this spiritual community a beacon of light to Mills River community? Will you agree to that?
I will.
Thank you. And to our staff, our beloved staff. You are sacred servants for this spiritual community, supporting this spiritual work with your time, your dedication, and your special gifts. Will you commit to partnering with Reverend Pat in the sacred collaboration that fulfills the mission of making this Unity family a beacon of light to the Mills River community? Will you agree?
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And to each of you here, as members of the congregation of this church, will you please stand up? Those of you who don't have a problem with it. If you've got a problem with that, then sit down. I invite you to reflect on what you have seen as the board and the staff and the minister have affirmed their commitment to you. I now ask you, do you affirm your support of Reverend Pat and the board of directors as they represent you? And do you pledge to uphold Unity Center of Mills River with your prayers, your presence, your support, and your service? If so, please affirm, I will. I will. Ah, what a lovely resonance. That sounded great. Let's do that once more.
I will.
Lock that in to that place of commitment deep within you. Ah, beautiful moment. You may sit down now. The stones which you received when you came in today represent the love and the blessings you hold for Unity of Mills River and also for Reverend Pat. We are going to take some time now for you to hold these stones and to bless them with your highest visions for Unity of Mills River and also for Reverend Pat and the staff and the board. At the end of today's service, you will be invited to deposit your stone in the special glass urn, which will stay in the ministry as a reminder of this covenant made today. So let's have a moment of silence now, and let us bless these stones with our highest purpose. What is the highest vision you can see for Unity of Mills River? Reach out with your prayers, your dreams. The countless people who are now seeking to know their own divinity and will one day celebrate God right here at Unity. What is the highest dream you can see for your senior minister, Reverend Pat? Take a moment to develop that image and then see it firmly embedded in her soul, her mind, her loving heart. See Spirit guiding her and supporting her and strengthening her as she moves through her days. And as all of these dreams are realized, what is the highest dream you hold for yourself in terms of your level of participation in making this dream a reality? Hold that in your heart. Make that commitment. Make that discovery. And then let us affirm, it is done. Together now, it is done. Pat, I want to invite you now to place the first stone. Thank you, darling. And now I invite the board to do so as you lay the foundation of this ministry.
This is Diane's. Yes.
Now the staff.
And yours too. Your stone too. Put your stone in there.
That's all, okay. We were very careful to develop strategies for placing the stones. Especially when you get a honker like that. But it's big and it's beautiful and it's meaningful. It says what it is. Charlie Rogers, president of our board, I invite you, Charlie, to bring this urn out to the lobby so that everyone will have the opportunity to place their stone in it as they leave this morning. You do that, my brother? Thank you. And when finished with that project, Charlie has another project he's going to share with us. Take your time, Charlie. God willing, we got some. There we go.
We got plenty of time.
Let there be light.
Pat, we offer you this gift to commemorate this moment. This candle represents the light of God, which is in you and in the spiritual community.
Thank you, Charlie. I'll be putting that there, but it's going to sit here right now. Thank you so much.
Now, I have a reminder here to invite everybody to return to your seats. Okay? Pat, you have said yes to God. And when you say yes to God, all manner of resources stream forth to support you, not the least of which is the love and the caring of this congregation, of this staff, of these board members. You are the embodiment of God's love, light, wisdom, and power, and will be blessed with unending inspiration and support. Do you hear that?
Yes.
Take that deep. God has chosen you, and God has chosen well. You are the light of the world. A city built on a hill cannot be hidden. No one, after lighting a lamp, puts it under the bushel basket, but on the lampstand, and it gives light to all that are in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to the Father in heaven. You are the light of the world. Let your light shine boldly. Do not hold back. Know that divine light and love and strength will always sustain you. And so we place a seal of love upon this blessing and claim that it is done. And now, dear friends, help me present to you your senior minister, the Reverend Pat Venema. How's it felt, Patty?
Thank you.
All right. Ta-da.
Love, sir.